Hey everybody, Josh Olive with Haven Comics, and we just celebrated our. Is that funny to somebody? We just celebrated our 24th birthday yesterday. Thank you, thank you. Uh, so stick around and we'll talk about some happy birthday stuff and all kind of things. And I'm back. And what I really appreciate, because he doesn't do this for everybody, um, Alan is going to sing happy birthday for me and for HR, because today is HR's birthday. So go ahead, Alan.
This is an absolutely unforgivable violation. This is
Here
Go
to
ahead.
save you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you ready for your birthday song? Here it comes.
Fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero.
Okay, so what are you going to do for HR's birthday? Because today is her birthday.
How old is HR? She's like still in diapers, isn't she?
Still very young. But yes. For everybody who does not know, she is amazing. She is an awesome human being. She's so many behind the scenes things at Haven. It's ridiculous, and she does not get the credit that she deserves. And so, happiest of happy birthdays to you, our beloved HR. You are awesome. Let's see, we got a Tots in the house. We got a Matt Posey. What's up, Matt? Hope everybody's doing well. We got a few other people lurking in there. Let us know who we got in the house. Sign on.
Have you watched 1923?
Yes, I have not got the last episode yet, but I have up until that.
Okay, well, see, I haven't watched any of the second season because I'm gonna binge watch it.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was an April Fool's joke or what, because and it was all comes down to the timing of it.
Hang on, I can order that for you too, Tots. I can order it for you too.
But they were claiming this one particular Instagram page that I follow, who's literally posting nothing but what's going on with the Gunverse with the DC. They're saying that the guy that plays Spencer was cast as Batman.
You know, I will say this. The guy who plays Spencer, I have thought, if ever they were going to do a Indiana Jones reboot, he'd be the guy.
This dude is awesome. I've never seen him in anything else before.
Me neither. But he's really, really good, and he gives totally an Indiana Jones vibe, and I could absolutely see him doing that.
Yeah, Matt, I saw that where was it the behind the scenes thing that they're talking about? Because I saw a YouTube video about the time that we were jumping on. I hadn't had to look at it yet, but everybody that was in the test audience for Superman absolutely loved it. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I really want Alan Richardson, how do you say his name, as Batman, but the problem is he is such a massive human being. He is going to dwarf the Superman.
You're talking about Alan Richardson?
Yeah.
Corn Sweat's actually not a small man, but he doesn't look enormous like Alan Richardson does. That's for sure.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So before we launch into comics or anything, I got a couple things I want to talk about real quick.
Oh, do tell.
We got some things in at the shop that I think are pretty cool, so I wanted to show them off. We got some people who like to play some role-playing games, right?
And I would be an amazing Batman.
Well, Tots, you're going to need this.
I saw those Wednesday.
That has got a D3, a D4, a D6, a D8, two D10s, D12, D20, D30, D60, and a D100.
And the way
That's insane.
the way some people roll dice, that D100 could be entered in as evidence one day.
Well, that's a true statement, but it could also these big D100s. I mean, once you start rolling these, they'll just keep going forever. But a normal seven dice set is like 10, $12 for a decent one, and this is a whole lot of dice and some unusual dice for $25. This is a good deal. This is cool. All right. If you like dice, if you like role playing games, and you occasionally want dice that are outside the usual that we see all the time, that's a pretty sweet deal. Come and get that. Now, alternately, this is a typical 7 dice set, as you might expect, but what you might not expect is these are bullet dice. I don't know how the heck you roll them, but these are bullet dice.
Well, when I was up there Wednesday talking to Tom, he said that him and Tots had a pretty good idea.
You spin them
you
on top?
You wouldn't roll them. You would spin them like a dreidel.
Well, that was what I thought when I first saw them. You spin them like a top, and maybe they can. But that's pretty cool.
But I mean, okay, so let's be honest. Is that now? This is coming from somebody that plays like once every blue moon. Is that practical, or is it more novelty?
You know, that's a 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Both are cool. It doesn't really matter. That you can use it as a randomizer to determine how your character does in a game. Sure. You could use them just as a set piece. They're cool. They've got some heft to them. They are metal. See if I can. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are metal. They are bullets ish. And they're pretty darn cool. So if you want some cool dice, come on down. We've got them. Now, I forgot to bring the book upstairs, so that's not very helpful on my part. But we also have the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's the Monty Python co-curricular RPG. If you want to play Monty Python RPG, it's fantastic. We have multiple copies up at the shop. Come give it a look. It comes with its own set of dice, and it's a nice hardcover book and the dice set together is $70, and that's not a bad deal at all. So yeah, come down, pick up a Monty Python and the Holy Grail role-playing game for a guaranteed good time. And that's our commercial.
Is that our commercial?
That was it. I think we should probably talk some comics now. Or we could talk about Tuesday night and what happened Tuesday night.
Well, I'm still an episode behind.
Why?
Man, this past 2 weeks have just been ungodly busy. But I will be caught up this weekend. I'm just 1 episode behind. That's all. I do have a question because I'm not.
This was such a big episode.
I'm not that big of a Monty Python fan. I just never got into that.
Okay.
When it comes to that type of humor and stuff, I mean, I know it's great, but I was more Mel Brooks just because I love offensive humor like that. And Mel Brooks knows how to offend. But what is the point of the Monty Python game? For those of us that don't know, what is what's the ultimate goal here?
It's a role-playing game, just like any other role-playing game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what is the point of the role-playing game? I mean, are there certain...
It's just literally like any other role-playing game. It's not you try to get from point A to B. There's a story that you tell. Only in this particular case, the story is also intended to be hilarious.
Gotcha.
So it's a comedy game. And the plot can be whatever you need it to be. It can be to go and kill the rabbit with the big pointy teeth. It could be to go and rescue the lady with huge tracts of land. It could be to kill that nasty Frenchman who keeps lobbing insults and cows with trebuchets.
But you have done a couple of campaigns with me, you know that every game is a comedy game as far as I'm concerned.
I have discovered that. Yes.
Look, I'm not getting that deep serious into it. We're going to do some stupid crap and we're going to have fun and laugh if I'm playing.
Well, this is a game perfectly designed to do exactly that. Now I have to answer another question real quick. What is with Monsters not coming out? Monsters was delayed by Diamond by 3 to 4 weeks. So instead of coming out end of March, it's supposed to be coming out end of April.
Why?
Monsters number 4. Well,
Is
I
it
don't know if
because
you're
of the
familiar, but Diamond is going through this thing called bankruptcy.
Well, I didn't know
And
that was.
they have had a lot of issues with all kinds of things.
Is that going to be all Diamond orders or just certain
No,
ones?
just certain ones.
Oh.
Certain ones. Other ones have been late before, but this is the first one that anybody really cares about. So this is the one people are upset about.
I do need to address this. On this show, we cannot endorse this statement, but I do approve of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You definitely need to watch the show.
Oh yeah, such a good show. Such a good show.
Get some legs broke, get some arms broke, get some throat punches. It's good stuff.
Oh no, Matt, I bet he's not happy either.
I hesitate to speculate, but I would guess that he's not thrilled. On the plus side, that does put number 4 coming out right around the time of the expo, which is a perfect opportunity to get him to sign it. So there is that.
Speaking
there is
no,
that.
I forget to leave it at home.
What? What'd you do?
I think I forgot and left it at home.
What?
Yeah. I have got the ash can for Captain Planet.
Okay.
And that would be a great one for him to sign. You said, speaking of signing.
What was the last ash can? Because you handed it to me that he did the cover for.
Oh, it was the Space Quest.
Space Quest, that's right.
Yeah.
I haven't checked it lately, but like 2 or 3 weeks ago, do you know how much that was selling for on eBay?
How much?
$60.
Good Lord. Really?
Yeah.
Was it just his cover, or
yeah, that's the only one they released of the ash can.
Wow. I got about halfway through that Captain Planet ash can and got interrupted and could not get back to it. But what I read was really good, and it literally, one person summons Captain Planet, and you're thinking, wait a minute, that's not how it goes. And he even shows up and was like, by your powers combined. And then he looks and sees that it's only one person and they're in trouble. And he just automatically goes into action. And from what I understand, it's been like years. And the whole Captain Planet thing was only a legend. So there was like people didn't think it was actually true. It was only a legend because the girl that summons him is even like the legends are true. So
We'll have some stuff to talk about. That's good.
Yeah, literally just in the few pages I was able to read, I was like, yeah, I'm already sold on this one.
Nice.
But as far as comic books are concerned,
it's been a huge few weeks, hasn't it?
I have got so much stuff in the past 2 weeks alone, I couldn't even fit it all in my store folio.
Well, you need 2 store folios.
Yeah, really. Matt, don't go anywhere. I probably got some stuff you're going to be interested in.
That is a pretty spooky cold open for Captain Planet. I like it.
Right off the bat, let's talk about the big one. And I know that some people say that there's a shock death in here. I don't think, to me, I don't think the person is unalived. I think they're,
I don't know what book you're talking about. Okay, there you go. That's the one I was going to say. It certainly makes it look that way.
It makes it look that way, but we've seen it look that way 1,000 times in the past.
That we have.
I like the way the story started out. I mean, it was really good. The art, this Jim Lee kid, he might have a future.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, all joking aside, art in here was absolutely beautiful. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they have going. And I've got a bunch, so I'm going to kind of run through them. Now, this one right here, I actually probably need to go back through and read this one probably 2 or 3 more times because, yes,
He's calling you on it. 2 points to Matt Posey, man. He got you.
Boo!
Oh, that cracks me up. That's awesome.
But speaking of which, Matt Posey.
Oh, that issue is so good.
There is a lot going on in this book.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Cobra Island storyline is done, but I like the way he kind of goes back and is wrapping up some loose ends. Definitely our boy is, or at least my boy is finally back, and he is the
certified badass.
I mean, Sean Collins, I love him. I love that character. I don't know why. But I was reading, well, not really reading. I was thumbing through, and I got it over here. According to this, in issue 317, it looks like the G.I. Joe Ninja team is on a mission together.
Yep.
So I'm curious as to see what Sean Collins is actually wearing on the mission.
That'll be good to see.
So that's got the curiosity up. Green Arrow issue 22. We're getting closer to an end to this. The freshwater killer storyline. So, and then I will assess after that how I feel about. I'm gonna say his name wrong. I know it, and I'll make apologies now. Condone has taken over writing for Josh Williamson.
Oh, Christopher Condon?
Yeah, Condon. And this will be his first complete arc. So far, it's been good. He's definitely a different writing style than Josh Williamson.
He's got a new book in that image previews you just showed off that looked really interesting to me.
Oh, really? Which one was that?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it looked really good. I'd have to go back and look at it again. It's like a world where the army is. It's like a 1950s, whatever. The army is doing some kind of experiment with nukes, and something goes wrong and blows up everybody or mutates everybody except this one dude. So this one guy is alive trying to get out of that area to find normal people. So it's essentially a zombie story, but with Geiger irradiated mutants, essentially.
Gotcha.
It looks really interesting. I agree. I thought that was really good too. Glad you read that one. I thought that was a great story.
Was that the new book that was on the top shelf far end?
Yeah, it was kind of in the middle.
Okay, yeah, I didn't pick that one. I don't remember which one that one was then.
It's a detective story in like a Great Gatsby kind of a scenario. It was really good.
Gotcha. Now, this one, I understand what you're saying, and I'm really starting to agree with you. Justice League Unlimited is a great ensemble book.
So good.
I mean, the people that they're putting together, and then our new little hero that the first one started out with that we all found out was a villain, something, whatever his name was. Can't think of it right now. He turns his back on the Justice League in this one. So, I mean, this was a really good issue.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt and Elektra were on the roof. I mean, that was kind of rough, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, if you're not reading it, I just don't know how it's, because we're so deep into this story that it really and truly just finished up. And if you read this issue, it would not make sense to you other than the rooftop scenes between Matt and Elektra.
That said, getting the picking up those issues or reading that trade is well worth your time.
Oh yeah. This was issue 19. Issue 20 will start the next arc, so that will be a good time to.
And
We're coming to
19
that.
was Aaron Cooter's last book that he's doing the art on for Daredevil.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to wait and see.
I know. I'm apprehensive.
This next one was kind of a weird issue. It was kind of a like Twilight Zone twist a little bit, and that was Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah,
issue 30 with the whole.
Now, did you read One World Under Doom before you read that?
Yeah, I read One World Under Doom. Yeah, before I read this. This was solid issue. But that whole thing, the way he did the smiley face in the clay, that was absolutely creepy.
Very creepy.
I mean, I was not expecting that, but and Ryan North is a phenomenal writer. If you're not reading Fantastic Four, you're really missing out.
True that.
Did you read The Mummy issue 1?
No, I did not.
It's kind of like this weird prequel to the Brandon Fraser movie is how it feels.
Okay.
You would just have to read it. It's it almost comes across as a little bit cartoonish, just the art style. I mean, it was good. There's definitely more that makes me want to read it, but I also like the Universal monsters. So really good art. It's just not what I was expecting.
Okay.
Wonder Woman 19, we talked about it last week.
So good.
Werewolf by Night, I have enjoyed this, but they should have wrapped this storyline up about 2 issues ago.
At least.
Because you're getting to the point now where it's right when you think it should end, it's almost like those old commercials, but wait, there's more.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Superman issue 24. Oh. Have you read it yet?
No, not yet.
Well, the double cross has happened, and it was not who I was expecting it to be, but the double cross has happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's bad.
I believe that.
Yeah, but it's really good though. This next one, I really and truly quit reading books like this a while back, but I did. When I say a while back, I mean like a while back. But I did want to pick this up because I wanted to support our boy Mark Spears. I did pick up Vampirella issue 1, his cover of it.
I saw we had all those copies on the shelf, and I was like, why in the world do I have this many copies of Vampirella on the show? Oh, Mark Spears got it.
Well, it has been so long since I read a Vampirella comic. I was as lost as an Easter egg in tall grass. It was like, when did she have a kid? Who is this guy? What's going on here? Why is she living in an apartment? Because it was one of the things I literally picked it up because of Mark. But then it was like I spent money on it, so I'm going to read it. And now I'm kind of curious as to see how this first little arc is going to play out. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll go to this stack.
I like this multiple stack thing going on. This is pretty good.
Yeah, really.
The past few weeks have just been crazy heavy weeks full of awesome books.
Oh, yeah. Now, this one right here, I'd contemplated not picking it up. And I only picked it up for one reason and one reason only. I've got the original at home.
Oh, I know.
But the only reason why I picked this up was because it says Skybound up here.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally the only reason why I did it. Here's my suggestion. If you never got to go through and read the original or flip through it and look at the pictures, this is the book that started the silent issue thing. I mean, this was it. It's a great book. It's also the first appearance of Storm Shadow. I do highly suggest picking this up if you just want to see that little bit of history. So that was the reason why I picked this one up. Epitaphs from the Abyss. I got to complain about them for like 2 seconds. Drop the color and go back to the black and white. It works so much better.
Agreed.
The The second story in the first story was kind of scattered, like it was all over the place. It didn't make a ton of sense. The second story, though, absolutely great. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. It was twisted, and you throw in baseball in a prison. You can't go wrong. Now, Matt Posey's already mentioned this one, and this one was rough. I mean, I was not expecting the cameo that we got, and then the immediate death of that cameo. I was not expecting that.
I told you when I read it a little bit early.
Oh,
I told you that book hit hard, guys. It's
seeing
Daredevil: Cold Day in Hell, written by Charles Soule, with art by Steve McNiven, who is one of my favorite artists. I love him. His style's a little different here. He's trying something new, and that's because he's trying to do this future world where everybody's freaking old. Daredevil is old.
yeah, he's one thing that they did that I thought was really cool was in the back of the book they added like some of their story stuff, like when they were first coming up with this story. And it says in there that that Matt Murdock is basically in his 60s. And this book actually reminded me of Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah, people started saying that a month or so ago, and I thought that's like a weird comparison to draw. I don't know that I agree with it.
Yeah.
Having not read it yet, having read it now, I absolutely get it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to give away any spoilers because the book really and truly did just come out yesterday. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it was so good. Seeing Matt as an old man, kind of
no powers,
no powers, and kind of reliving, thinking he could still do it on some level, and still having to come to grips with him being old and can't do it. That's actually heartbreaking. And just all I'm going to say is that green mist around him is around him for a reason.
Yep.
But yeah, and I loved the little stone. Who he was talking to at the cemetery. I was not expecting
that. Great.
That was, dude, just seeing that tombstone with the name on it,
felt
that
good.
right there alone was worth the price of the book. That was like a powerful moment. So good.
So big question for you.
Yep.
There's a bad guy in this book. They don't say who this person is. That person is also old. So it's hard to look. You can't just look at it and go, oh, well, that's clearly such and such. Who do you think that is?
And this is one of those I reserve the right to be wrong because I know I'm going to be wrong on this. But he emphasized the word target. And then when they gave him that trophy, without giving the spoiler away, the way he laid across it, and it was almost like, it was almost like a loving embrace the way he laid across it.
It was.
Emphasis on the word target. The first person I thought of, yes, Matt Posey just said it, bullseye. That was the first person I thought of. But then the way he kind of laid across it, and then the fact that he's kind of organized these people to do this stuff, I thought Crossbones. But to me, as much as I hate to say it, Bullseye and Crossbones are not big enough villains. They're more like B or even C level villains, depending on who you ask, to carry this book. So those are my two guesses. What about you?
Well, I wondered if we knew for sure that the tombstone at the beginning belonged to who it said it did. Wouldn't that be a twist?
It would be, but that's too easy of a curveball.
I don't disagree.
I really hope they don't do that. Let's just put it like that.
I do too. I also hope it's not Bullseye. I just don't really care for Bullseye much.
Yeah.
But whoever it is, that's pretty nasty and is willing to be pretty awful. Because you look at that person that was being held prisoner, and the way that person was being held prisoner. Guys, if y'all had any idea the lengths we are going through to not spoil this, uh, the person who is being held prisoner, holy smokes.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see how that resolves. Because something's going to happen there.
I mean, this is only going to be 3 issues.
Yep.
I'm wondering how many people are to get past the YouTube censors. I'm wondering how many people are going to be unalived in issues 2 and 3.
A few, I would guess. Yeah, it's going to be. There will be a toll.
Now, and y'all should have known that something was up if I said I'd already been by the shop this week, because Friday is my day to go by the shop when I get off work. But you know, I was beating the door down and trying to get in there just as fast as I possibly could Wednesday. Daddy was a man on a mission, and he was getting this book.
Also, yesterday was Haven's birthday, and you needed to come by and say happy birthday and get some donut holes.
I also posted you a birthday short yesterday.
You did, which
and
I
they'll
shared.
still be the Friday short tomorrow. This
Hercules.
This next book, it's been good, but I wish he would have ended it with this issue.
Hang on, these people don't know; they're just guessing. That's just a guess. That their guess is every good as ours. We could say that was Stilt Man.
Look, and let me tell you what: if it ends up being Stilt Man, ooh, ooh.
You'd be the happiest man in the world.
I would be the happiest man in the world. I will be busting up in here with my Daredevil number 8, screaming about Stilt Man. I will drive to Uncle Nick's house just to rub it in his face that it was Stilt Man and not Impossible Man. Oh, and Matt, don't listen to comicbook.com when it comes to anything Daredevil. They don't consult me. But this book right here, I really like this guy. You know I like this guy. I've never said a bad thing about him before. I just wished he would have ended Love and Chrome with this issue.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. That cover right there is incredible. Ian Churchill just knocked it out of the park.
And it was a really, really, really good issue. And I think that it should have ended here.
It would have been a good spot.
Now we do got how many issues is it supposed to be?
I think 4, I believe.
Okay, well, we'll have to see what he does with it. I mean,
it might just be 3, but I think it's 4.
I mean, I could be reading issue 4 in a month screaming that was the greatest ending of all time. But as of right now, I really wished he would have ended it on a down note. It would have been perfect for this character in this story.
Well, you know, we can reach back out to him and bring him on here and have a talk with him about that.
Yeah, we really could. And I know that I'm like the weird one. I'm the odd man out on a lot of this stuff and the way I look at it. But
on so many things.
I do think that sometimes these books need to end on a down note.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you ever noticed that when you're watching a movie, if you run across that rare movie where the bad guy actually wins, that movie sticks with you longer?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it could have been the same thing here. Next one that I'm enjoying this, but the problem is I felt like I read this entire issue just so we could get to the last page and them say to be continued.
He's rubbing that in.
You know what?
Posey's on a roll tonight.
He is on a roll tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna let him have this night. I mean, you know, everybody gets it every once in a while. That's fine. I can tolerate it. But what I can't tolerate is, why are we dragging Hornsby and Halo out?
Yeah, I don't know.
I literally felt like I read this entire issue just so I could read to be continued at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll still be buying the next issue.
Yeah,
Now
it's
what?
good. It just doesn't have all the spice that the other books have that make it super compelling.
Yeah. Now this one right here. I know that everybody was talking about the last issue, but this one I thought was 10 times better and 100 times more powerful than the last issue, and that is Absolute Superman issue number 6.
Oh man, that was hard hitting.
Wow. I
That
mean,
was hard hitting.
gut punch after gut punch after gut punch to here's a little bit of hope. Nope, here comes a sucker punch.
Yep.
I mean, so good. So good. But now this one, I like the character, but I've never been a big fan. But I thought I'm going to pick it up, and I just fell head over heels.
Hey, are we done talking about Absolute Superman?
Well, I'm trying not to do spoilers, and I can't talk about this book without like rampant spoilers. I mean, it did just come out yesterday.
Man.
I know. I mean, we got okay. So here's not really spoilers because we knew it was going to have to be addressed sooner or later.
Well, it was introduced early on. You saw the name at the hospital or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, the cover does say it all. But because Matt, not everybody is as smart as Josh and I in reading G.I. Joe. So we can talk about that one.
Sure, more people should do it.
Yeah, we've got Ma and Pa Kent. Lois she's about to become a one-woman wrecking crew. She is a woman on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she's only in one or two panels in
one
this.
or two panels, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's all she needed to be in this issue. I mean, that was just that little cameo. I mean, it was perfect. You feel by the end of it, you feel so sorry for Kal-El that it's not even funny anymore.
A couple of things, and this doesn't spoil anything for anybody. A couple of things that are so impactful, and when you think about it, have so much to do with how he sees things. Was Absolute Universe versus Regular Universe. Regular Universe, Superman got tossed in a rocket and shot to Earth when he was a tiny little infant. Not so this kid. This kid's old enough to know what's happening, old enough to know what he's lost, and old enough to suffer the months and months and months long voyage through space by himself.
And he was prepared to make a decision in space.
Yes.
That showed you how much he was suffering.
It was a powerful issue.
Yeah, I mean, and I know everybody was talking about how hard-hitting issue 5 was and everything else. And I'm sorry, but issue 6 basically said, "Oh, really? Hold my beer and watch this."
100%.
Yeah,
if you're not reading Absolute Superman, it is phenomenal and well worth reading.
Oh, Tom did dig me out a copy of Absolute Wonder Woman 3 because I was missing that copy for some reason.
Okay.
So now I've got all 6 issues at home, so I'll be caught up with them this weekend.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it.
Now, my thoughts on this one, like I said, I have never been a big fan of this person. I like the character and everything. But I wanted to pick this up just to see what was going to happen in it. And holy shnikes, Absolute Green Lantern issue 1. Oh my God, I got to know what's going on with his hand.
It's creepy, isn't it?
And then the way she comes walking in at the end of it, and I'm definitely not giving away spoilers on this one. I'm telling y'all right now, go buy this book.
Yes.
It was so good. I mean,
the story's great. The artwork is great. There's a mystery involved.
The pacing is wonderful. They have set up honestly, depending on the direction they go, and I heard that they wanted to go this direction with it, they have set Absolute Green Lantern up to be a horror book.
Yes.
And that whole, the way Hal Jordan was acting, oh yeah, I think there was still a bunch of copies left up there, Matt. When I was up there
he
yesterday.
got it. That was his reaction after he read it.
Oh, gotcha.
Y'all got any more of that Green Lantern?
Yeah, that was so good. I like the fact that they went ahead and started name dropping, Jonathan Stewart, John Stewart, Guy, obviously Guy Gardner. We do have a new character. I don't know who I can't remember her name.
She's in the regular universe too. She's from the Green Lantern Far Sector and all that.
I will say, I just never.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't read that book either, so I don't know any of the Green Lantern stuff outside of really old stuff.
Yeah,
like I know. What? Oh God, why did his name just run out of my head? Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
And I know Kyle Rayner, and I know John Stewart, and I know Guy Gardner, and I know who Larfleeze is for some reason.
Yeah.
And whatever the other one is that looks like Lockjaw. But that's it. That's my entire knowledge of Green Lantern. I don't know anything else about Green Lantern besides that because I just never dug it.
Well, see, I know that this is sacrilege for some people, but I love the Green Lantern New 52. I know that some of y'all just cringe every time y'all hear New 52, but I really, really, really enjoyed Green Lantern New 52, especially the ending of it. I thought the ending was just great. Everything after that felt
Kilowog, that was it.
It felt way too sci-fi for me.
Yes.
And I'm a sci-fi fan.
It's Space Police. I don't want to read Space Police.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and there were some things that I just thought were just way too far out there, period. But this was brilliant. I love this right here.
Well, I read something that talked about the first characters being, or the first appearances of these characters in this book. And they do not refer to Hal Jordan as Hal Jordan, and they do not refer to him as Green Lantern. They refer to him as Black Hand.
Yeah.
And you can see why.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just dying to know what's going on with that hand.
But it's nothing good.
But the way she come walking in to what was left of that diner at the end of it was, I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, it was just, just the perfect shot to end it on. So good. Another one that was so good, and I've been waiting on this character to make a return. Hyde Street issue number 5.
Oh, heck yes. There he is. Whew, finally. We've been missing you, brother.
I want to see Miss Goodbody and
that sounds
Frankie,
weird when you say that.
I know, but Panky, whatever his name is,
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie. I want to see them go one-on-one in a fight.
Oh yeah, because they're both evil, pure evil.
Oh God, yeah, just flat out evil. Mr. X, I liked that this was her story, but Mr. X-Ray was narrating it.
Yes.
I thought that was really, 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 really good. And I mean, now next week's what looked like it would be the cover for, next month's issue, that just looked downright creepy. I can't wait to see that. I'm sure they will at some point.
Yeah, they're absolutely going to be doing trades.
Yeah.
But yeah, haven't done them yet, but will be. Hyde Street is phenomenal. It's such a great book, and the artwork is just lush and exquisite. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's such an interesting mythos. The whole world building was really good. I totally dig it.
Yeah, and I like the scoreboard for how many souls they deliver. I thought that was a cool little touch because there were a lot of characters on that scoreboard that we have not seen yet. So I mean, we can go a ways on this one. Oh, come on, now stop! I don't need all that. Cut it out.
What are you doing?
Oh, just notifications going crazy on my phone. I never knew that I needed an 8-ball led team until I got an 8-ball led team.
The pool party. It was the best. Oh my God. You have to explain to people the premise of this because this is hysterical.
So They need Hank Pym to synthesize basically an antidote for a highly addicted street thing. Let's put it like that. Just just for YouTube. But the problem is Hank Pym has gone into subatomia and he's pretty much in hiding. But the plan is they're going to put his daughter in danger so they can hopefully draw him out because they know that he's always watching her, even though she's never truly in danger.
And he's not answering phone calls. He's not picking up any communications. He's just totally out of it.
Well, 8-Ball has this idea that they go in disguised as supervillains, and it's all pool themed, like the game Pool. It's all pool themed, and he has named them the Pool Party. And I mean, he's got one dressed up as the chalk for a Q. He's got
I love that he made him say catchphrases and things too.
To me, the part that owned me was when he was kind of laying back like he had been hit.
Yep.
And he's looking at, I can't think of her name right now, but he's looking at her and he's going, say it. And she has to whisper her catchphrase. I was actually laughing at this.
Oh, book. I was too. It was so well done.
And the fact, he even took Hunter's Moon, had him remove the cape and his gold insignia, so he was just all in black from head to toe, and his name was The Pocket. I was dying.
And then you had the one guy dressed like Deadpool.
Yep.
Soldier was dressed like Deadpool. God, it was so funny.
And they even called him Deadpool, except he just didn't have the eye things.
Yeah, he just had cutouts where his eyes.
Yeah, he just had cutouts.
But the Pool Party, the worst, the most egregious supervillain team ever, the Pool Party.
And then when they finally figure out what's going on and she's not in danger, and she realizes that, or Hank Pym's daughter realizes that 8-Ball used to be like a rocket scientist engineer, they get all excited and run off all buddy and like
they
look
start
at each other.
geeking out over some designs that she's doing. Yeah.
My only thing is, with Hank Pym coming back, this best not bust up Tigra and Moon Knight.
True that. There were some good moments on that score, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, there were still some serious moments in there, especially when they're talking about Hank and Tigra's son, and then Mark and Hank talking at the end of it. I mean, it was a really good issue.
Really good character development.
But it was a funny issue. This next one, I was getting it. I wasn't going to turn it down. And that was the Beachhead Silent Mission.
I'm curious to hear what you thought about it.
It's not what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I thought maybe I misread it somewhere, but I thought his mission was to rescue the kids. I did not realize it was the kids rescuing him, which is basically what it was. I liked it. That one kid running around with his little hood on his head.
His balaclava, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking like, basically imitating Beachhead. It was a good issue. I mean, it was exactly what you wanted to be. It was just that the story was the exact opposite of what I thought it was supposed to be.
I have to make a confession here. I didn't care for it.
I understand that. I really do, because when I first got finished with it, I was like, that's not as good as what I thought it was going to be, but it was still entertaining. And then I just flipped through it one more time. I think, and this is just my opinion, not trying to say anything bad about anybody, because they're 1,000 times better than I am, 1,000,000 times better than I am. I think what causes this issue to miss the mark is the artwork.
Well, it's not the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'll say this, and I believe that's Patrick Olaf that did that book, and he's amazing. He's fantastic. but I felt like he said, "Hey, I want to do this book," and they said, "Okay, go do it." And I don't feel like an editor ever looked at it because the storytelling from panel to panel is not dynamic in a lot of cases. Um, it's not even clear in some cases, and clarity is really important. I read that and I went back and read G.I. Joe 21, the original one, right? I read that and I said, this was extremely clear. Everything about this was clear. The plot was clear. The art was clear. It was all there. And we never knew how Scarlet got captured. We never knew any of the genesis of that stuff. Didn't matter.
Mm-mm.
It was you could follow the whole story from start to finish. This one starts with some guys crashing out of a helicopter and all kind of things. It's like, what's the story here? And the story, there's no plot. The story is it happened because it just happened and it fell apart. We don't really know what the mission was. He wasn't really sent on any mission that we could clearly tell. It was all just happenstance stuff. Now,
Yep.
it was kind of cool, but it's a moment. It's not a story. It's just a moment. And so it really bothered me to read it and go, this is not what I wanted. This is not a clear story that I'm going to remember in future years. Like, man, that was a great story. And it all came down to, I think it had a muddled plot that was not real clear. And it stretched a moment out into 22 pages.
Yeah, what got me about it was the first couple of pages are very confusing.
Yes.
You don't, and that's why I had to flip through it a couple of times. If you did not see the handcuffs on Beachhead at one point in the first couple of pages,
yep,
you would have never known he was their prisoner.
No.
We didn't really and truly even get a clear reason as to why the helicopter crashed. It was almost like the helicopter all of a sudden went up on its side and dumped everybody out.
Yep.
And I do got to address this right here. They have done other silent issues in the past.
Like number 85.
Yeah, and we actually had a silent issue during Snake Hunt.
Yep.
But what they did was they set that silent issue up with the Joes were forbidden from going to rescue Snake Eyes. So everybody just went on vacation and they rented a bus and went and rescued him on their vacation. So that entire issue was a silent issue. We knew what they were doing. We knew what the goal was. In this, we really didn't. If we would have had, I think it would have been better if the helicopter would have crashed and Beachhead would have already been there like he was tracking them.
Something. But here's the thing. Beachhead's not the protagonist of the story. It's those kids.
Yeah.
And that bothered me too. I'm like, that could have literally been any G.I. Joe character.
Yep.
That didn't have to be Beachhead. That could have been anybody. It wasn't about him.
Yeah, it could have been Quick Kick.
Yeah. So it bothered me. I was very disappointed in that book. And y'all know I don't say that about a G.I. Joe book often.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it was Beachhead, so I kind of, I like Beachhead. It was nice to see Beachhead somewhat front and center.
Well, and he's about to show up in the Energon universe, too.
Oh, I know. And then my last book, we talked about this book a lot just a few weeks ago because we talked to the man that wrote it, and that is We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. That did come out this week.
Good.
Make sure you pick up your copy. This was a great book. And that was 2 stacks worth of comics.
Well, let me see what I've got that we didn't talk about yet.
Boom.
Let's see. Yeah.
And to be honest with y'all, I purposely did We're Taking Everyone Down With Us last because I kind of figured that we would have a moment with this and I didn't want to end on a downer.
Well, that was very clever.
Go pick up Green Lantern issue 1. Absolute Green Lantern.
Well, man, this whole stack is books we have just talked about. We are very much in sync. Let's see. I've got one here that I know we haven't discussed. And I'm a little bit surprised you didn't bring it up.
I haven't read it yet. Yeah, I have not read it yet.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to read it yet either. But it starts with this full page of text, and then it goes into this underwater base. And I will say this: the artwork is really good. I totally dig it, and it has a few characters that look like dreadnoughts, and it's got a couple vehicles that look like GI Joe vehicles. Um, so I have this thought that perhaps this was originally pitched as a GI Joe book, and it didn't get picked up, or the guy was gonna pitch it as a GI Joe book and it didn't get picked up, so then he went and changed it. Uh, it just seems like that could be the case. I don't know that that's accurate. It's probably not. Uh, once you look at it, you'll understand what I mean.
And Daniel, I'm gonna be honest with you. I quit reading Void Rivals. It just really wasn't doing anything for me anymore. I love what they're doing with this Energon Universe GI Joes.
Void Rivals is really good. It has remained very solid. Transformers has been really good. I've never been a real big Transformers guy. So for me, it's good, but it's not like super noteworthy. I don't feel compelled to like, oh God, I have to read the next issue. If I miss one or two and then I pick it up and binge them later, that's okay. That doesn't hurt my feelings. Whereas GI Joe, I'm like, the minute it comes out of the box from Lunar, I've got to like, I have to have that in my hand. I need to read it. And Void Rivals has been really, really good. It has not dwindled in quality at all. I've been very pleased by that. It's been good stuff. I will say the focus in Void Rivals on Skuxoid is a bit much for me. Like, if I never saw Skuxoid again, that would be okay. But we'll see. Daniel Warren Johnson is leaving Transformers after issue 24. He will have done his 2 year run on it. So we'll see what direction it goes from there. But Energon Universe GI Joe has been very good. I'm so glad that they're doing it the way they're doing it. The fact that we get GI Joe Real American Hero by Larry Hama, the continuation of that story, and we get the Energon Universe GI Joe means we get to have our cake and eat it too, right? It's not a one or the other, it's both. And I'm okay with that. I like having that. I would be, if I had to pick one, I would go with the Larry Hama book all day long because it's just splendid. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And the fact that he's been able to maintain this quality of storytelling over these 40 plus years is a remarkable feat. Just absolutely remarkable. And the art has been great. I mean, you look at a character like Muskrat, right? One of the guys that went out on the dinghy and invaded Cobra Island. You look at that guy, historically kind of a goofy looking character. But when Chris Mooneyham draws him, you're like, that's one of the coolest people I've ever seen. I can't wait to read that book. I want to read a book about that guy.
And Chris Mooneyham is so friggin' good.
He is phenomenal. Really excited about his stuff. Well, it's not what if Cobra Commander was truly evil. It's what if Cobra Commander actually was truly capable. The Cobra Commander in the regular G.I. Joe book is pretty darn evil. He's just not very capable. The Cobra Commander in Energon Universe is extremely capable. And that just makes the evil it makes him appear to be more evil because he's more effective at doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, in Real American Hero, he's more charismatic than anything.
Yeah, how in the world does he talk somebody into getting in his armor and being like standing in the middle of the fight as a target?
Yeah.
What? How do you do that? Yeah, exactly. Cobra Commander that's competent. That's terrifying. Hey, it's not good. But yeah, some really, really good stuff there, and it makes me very happy. Let's talk about a couple other things real quick while I'm thinking about it. We all saw the announcement from the expo yesterday or today, I hope.
About Mike Grill?
Yes, Mike Grell is coming back. He hasn't done a show in more than 2 years.
Really? What made him decide to
He's
come back?
he's had some health issues and things,
Oh, I did not know that.
but he is coming to the expo, and it will be his first show in more than 2 years. He was one of the first comic book guests at the expo in 2016. Him and Chris Claremont were the first two comic book guests to come to the show. And having Mike Grell back is awesome. I'm so excited for that. If you guys have never met Mike Grell or talked to Mike Grell, I strongly recommend it. He is a freaking genius. And just absolutely amazing. What a sweet and humble man to talk to. And I actually have a picture on my phone of him doing the Karate Kid crane kick pose from when he was at the expo the last time. I want to see if I can find that real quick. It
And
is
for
way
anybody,
back there.
while you look for that, for anybody that's never gone to meet Chris Claremont at any type of convention, if you plan on taking something to get him to sign, you need to get there early and get in line because Chris Claremont always has a line. I have never seen that man not have a line unless it's like the last day and
You
almost
just
over.
broke up.
I was about to say, I've never seen Chris Claremont not have a line unless it's the last day and it's about to close.
That's Mike Grell doing his crane kick from Karate Kid back in 2016. I wonder if you can see on the tablecloth where he's got his book on top of it, where he signed it before I stole that tablecloth and started that tradition. This will be his first time back since then. I've got to get him to draw something else on there.
Oh, hey, Daniel, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be there early. I'll go ahead and grab 2 copies of it. One for me, and the other one will be for sale for $8,000. I'll take care of you. I'll give you the friends and family discount.
I would say probably pretty early, Daniel. That said, it looks like we're not going to have Dustin Ellis work in the booth. So we'll need somebody else to go up against Alan on a how do I sell stuff to people in our sales competition. So Daniel, if you want to come on and go head to head with Alan, we'll see which of you does better.
Yeah,
I hate it, Alan. He's with Dustin backing out. That leaves you unchallenged. I mean, that's like running for office here locally as a Republican.
And here's the thing.
You could be the coroner. You can be a Republican coroner. That's the weird. Why is the coroner an elected position?
Why would you want that position?
I don't know. But why in the world is the coroner an elected position in Alabama? That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I'm going to say this about me and the expo. When I'm at the Haven booth, I would love to sit here and tell you I'm going to talk smack all weekend long, but I just don't know what's going to happen until I'm in the moment. I've got to be in the
Mhm.
moment, and the right person has got to come walking up or go walking by, and even I don't know what's coming out of my mouth half the time. I mean,
I've noticed.
if y'all think I'm bad on this show for some of the stuff that has come out of my mouth, come hang out at the Haven booth.
That's a true statement.
I mean, literally, poor Josh turns around last year, and I am laid out halfway across the table on top of comic book boxes, flipping pictures on my phone with another guy going, yeah, but do you got this? Do you got this? Do you got that? And we are literally going back over G.I. Joe collections.
Yep. Yep. That was hysterical.
Told
Uh,
one guy I went to take a picture of a comic book, and I'm hollering across the thing, screaming, you don't have to take a picture of it if you buy it and take it home with you.
yep. That's true. Come on, Daniel. Come on. Alan needs a challenge.
I know. Get up there and talk some smack to folks.
I got to get busy getting my car door.
Getting your car door?
Yeah, I need the car door off an SUV.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about getting one of those Alex Ross Kingpin covers and getting him to sign it.
Yeah.
But then I saw how much he charged for an autograph, and I was like, I don't know about that now.
Oh, come on now. How
Daddy's
many
got
chances you going to get that autograph?
Daddy's got 3 vacations he's got to pay for this year.
I just want to get a picture of him smashing my head with a car door.
That would be funny. I love that picture of Jeremy Long sitting at the table with the guy that played Death from Supernatural.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. So yeah, let's see. We talked about Mike Grell coming. Now this year Nathan Zerdy is not coming. He accidentally booked another show that had the same dates, and then he realized what he did, and he felt very bad. So we should all pile on and make him feel worse. But Bianca is still coming.
He probably had to take a break from the expo because I don't know what it is about Nathan Zerdy and Huntsville folk, but they worked that man to death.
Oh yeah, he was getting wore out. That's for sure. That's for sure. But Bianca is coming. She will be here, and I'm super excited for that. I love her work; she's great. How about Ming Chen on the schedule?
I'm looking at it right now. Is he?
I don't remember. He's been before, probably. Y'all all say a prayer for Jeremy Long. I think he's going to be at the South Carolina Comic Con this weekend, which is the show that he based the expo on. So that should be good. And they always have really good guests. So take a look at their guest lineup and see who might be coming to their show that we might want at our show. And we can lobby Jeremy.
I'll be honest with you. Y'all go cover Corbin Delaney up. He is actually going to be a guest this year, and he freaking deserves it. I love Corbin to death.
Well, he should have been the past several years, but he's got his brother's wedding, and he's got stuff like that he feels he can't come to the expo because of. It's ridiculous. But yes, how many people I got working my booth? I will answer this, and I mean this with all my heart. Never enough.
So, Matt, this is how it went down last year. I got to the expo about an hour early that Friday. And I'm going to be honest. Josh knows I do it. I'm not being mean or anything. I literally get to the expo. I go straight to the Haven booth. I dump all my crap, and then I just go wandering around.
Yeah.
I mean, and Josh, needs help, needs something to go. I'll go get him something to drink. I don't care. But when I got there, we were standing there talking, and it was like as soon as it opened up, there were people everywhere. And Josh was just kind of there by himself, and it was like, there is no way. In my mind, I was thinking, if I walk off and leave Josh here by himself, there's going to be stuff to start walking off from this table and not get paid for. Not saying that any, people are going to do that, but you never can tell.
we got covered up really, really fast,
Yes.
which I never expected at, what was it, 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon or whatever. It was insane.
And Matt, Steve Hinton knows that I did this, so now I will let you in on the little joke. Every time somebody told me or they were looking for some obscure comic book that nobody had ever heard of before,
Yep, you point them diagonally across the way.
I pointed them directly at Matt Posey and I said, if Matt don't have it, nobody's got it.
That's true.
I was sending people to you all weekend long.
He has the coolest setup too. He really does. But yeah, that's
It's a long weekend and it is a very tiring weekend, but it is so much fun. It really is.
It is all of that. And then the Saturday right after that is Free Comic Book Day.
That's going to be, oof.
I'm going to be exhausted, is what I'm going to be.
What, you know what? We really and truly now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Free Comic Book Day is a diamond thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's supposed to be. It's diamond owned. It was implied that Alliance Entertainment picked it up in the sale, but it was not explicitly spelled out.
I just pulled up the what are
Thanks,
supposed the books for Free Comic Book Day.
Well, the Mark Spears book, where he's using the Haven exclusive cover that he did for Monsters #1,
Yep.
but recolored with a green color.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yep. And if I recall correctly, that's actually like a 0.5 kind of an issue. I don't think it's a reprint. I think it's a new story.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to check with Mark, but I believe that's the case.
They got a Flash Gordon, basically Kid Adventures.
This is correct. Yes, Daniel, we have to pay for the comics, and then we give them away. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing either, if I'm honest. It doesn't make sense, and we do spend quite a lot of money to make Free Comic Book Day happen. Quite a lot, but it's a great event, and we support it.
You know, you can laugh at me if you want to, but I kind of want this Def Leppard Hysteria comic that's supposed to be coming out for Free Comic Book Day.
I'm pretty sure I ordered one for you.
I mean, I am a child. I mean, I am Gen X. They're talking about people when they do that. What is Snow Monkey?
That does not look good.
It looks weird.
Yes, it does. Not in a good way.
I wonder if this is supposed to be. Is this going to be a new Judge Dredd story?
I believe it is.
A compilation.
I believe it's a new story. It's for the 2080 magazine that's just being revived, or Heavy Metal magazine is being revived.
They were having a lot of issues, no pun intended, there toward the end, weren't they?
I love Tots. Tots is good people.
I'm just not. The EC Comics has got a Free Comic Book Day one.
Yes, they do.
That looks interesting. Called Blood Type.
Yep. What else are you looking at there?
I was just looking at all the. See, well, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm going to share my screen because I don't know what this is, and I need your opinion on it. This right here, Lost Marvels. What is this?
I do not recall. It's not Marvel Comics. It's more like Lost Mysteries and things
I mean,
like
they
that.
got the Marvel logo up top.
Is it Marvel logo? I'm trying. Maybe it is. Maybe that's the one that it's like some of their weird characters from the 40s
Yeah.
and 50s that they want to maintain the copyright for or something.
That might be interesting to flip through.
Here's that book I was talking about by Chris Condon. Whenever you're ready, we can embiggen me and I can show it off. News from the Fallout.
Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing that in here.
It is 1962 Nevada. A nuclear bomb test goes horribly wrong and unleashes a contaminant into the atmosphere that turns people rotten. Otis Fallows, a private in the U.S. Army who is present for the test, is the only survivor. He flees the secret Army base in search of a safe haven, but does such a place exist? So, yeah, it's very zombie-like, but what sounds like an interesting take on the idea. I dig it. The got to get to. Oh, did we already talk about Red Coat number 10 with you?
Red Coat number 10.
The Annie Oakley issue.
Is the Annie Oakley issue?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I thought we did.
Because we're getting ready for the Northerner showing up.
Yeah. Now, I know you're not reading Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, but I got to tell you, hang on, let me fold this over. I haven't read a Gunslinger book in forever, and I mean forever. But this cover makes me want to read one. Look at the detail.
Slick.
Look at the detail on that. That's amazing. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, see, and that was one of those books that I had to drop because I will turn around ever so often, and it feels like half of your weekly orders are going to my box, so I have to scale back every once in a while.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's no more than 38%.
Yeah, no more than 38%.
It doesn't say, Matt, if that's the A cover or not, but I think it is. It says that the other cover they show is a variant cover, but they don't say whether that particular cover is the A cover. I think it is though, and it looks really, really good. I was a big fan of that.
Now, there are some books that I just flat out missed the boat on, and when I missed the boat, it's just kind of like, well, I'm never going to get caught up on that.
Okay.
I never read Invincible.
Yeah, I didn't either. Let me rephrase. I read the first trade.
Well, I'm just curious, is this Invincible Universe Battle Beast?
He's apparently one of the most popular characters in the Invincible universe, but not having read Invincible, I have no idea who he is.
And then, did you see the cover for G.I. Joe number 8?
Oh, yes, sir, I did.
That cover's telling too much of a story that I'm not sure I like.
I got to look back at it now. What is it that's giving you heartburn there?
Well, man, it looks like somebody's leaving.
Oh, yeah, with her walking off, yeah. Yeah, what did you think about the cover for G.I. Joe 317? It's a weird-looking cover.
It really is.
Like, who is that?
I mean, it looks like it's some type of cross between Major Blood, Dr. Mindbender, and Deathstroke.
Yeah, it's weird looking.
Now that whatever you call them, that Scarlet cover.
Yes, the negative space cover.
Yeah,
that one's really good.
Yeah, that's looking pretty nice.
Yep, I agree. It's beautiful. Tot says that's cover A. So yes, that answers the question. Wunderbar, isn't she wunderbar? Let's see. I know we had some other things to talk about, but it has been a very long several weeks, actually.
It really has. I meant to ask you, there is a book that I got an email because I'm signed up for Mad Cave's newsletter.
Yep.
And I got an email about the book yesterday morning.
Okay.
I asked Tom yesterday afternoon, hey, apparently there's a book coming out and I kind of want to check this thing out. Well, he went to look for it and nobody was signed up for it, which, I mean, that happens. I do end up sometimes getting the only book that comes in.
Yep.
But apparently it came out yesterday. It came out on the day that they sent the email to promote it.
It
was called
weird.
It's called Pastime.
Oh, I remember seeing. Actually, I want to say I read a preview of that.
How was
and it was okay, but we had nobody express any interest, so I didn't order it.
See, I'd never heard of it until yesterday morning when I got that email, and I read the premises of it, and it was like, that is so blatantly goofy. It is right up my alley.
Well, I can get it.
Yeah, if you would, because I kind of want to read it just to see. So the whole premise of the book, y'all, is there's this guy who wants to be a Major League Baseball player. He loves Major League Baseball. It takes place in the 20s. The only problem is he can't be a Major League Baseball player because at that time, baseball is played during the day, and he just so happens to be a vampire.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I really wanted. I read the premise and I was like, I need to read this book. This is so blatantly goofy. It has the potential to be the greatest book of 2025.
That's hilarious. I'll order you a copy.
Thank you very much.
You got it. We'll make sure you get it. That's funny. All right. Well, I think we're going to end a little bit early tonight, guys. I think Alan and I are both bone tired. It has been a long couple weeks, and we got a long couple weeks coming up with the expo and then Free Comic Book Day. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So, always good talking with y'all. Good to see you guys. Hope y'all have a great night, and I will say, read some more comics so we can talk about them. It's half the fun, man. So we will catch you guys next time, and we will see you later. Oh, Lord have mercy. I did not need that again.